Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be dealing with some concert photography. This shot was taken just a few nights ago at a local club in Belfast, and as you can see it presents some problems and issues that we're going to work on. Like all concert photography, it is always very challenging. The lighting, for the most part, isn't always going to be on your side, so it's up to you to sort of work with what you got. I'm certainly an advocate of never using flash at a gig. You'll see at most gigs it'll say no flash photography, and that's for a lot of reasons. Not least the fact that it's actually disrespectful to the performer. Plus, at the end of the day, you're not doing yourself any favours whenever you're using flash photography, because the lighting is there on stage and the lighting's there for a reason, and it's to create ambience and atmosphere. So it's always good if you can actually work with the lighting that you've got. Now, in a circumstance like this, you have this washed out pallid blue, just a flat image, just with this blue tint that goes over the entire image, and it lacks definition, it lacks clarity, it lacks tone. So there's a lot we can do with this image, and we're going to start right now. So first of all, I'm going to get rid of the blue. The blue isn't really doing the image any favors at all, so we can very easily just turn it straight into black and white, and you can see the difference immediately between the color. And it looks like a pretty good exposure to me as the color goes, but as soon as you transfer it to black and white, you can see just how much detail and information that we're losing. So we are going to drop the exposure down. What we want to do is we want to make this really punchy, really grungy. We want to bring out all the tones and the highlights. We're going to add some contrast, and we're going to take down some of the highlights as well. Now at the moment that's still looking very flat. We can bring up some shadows. We'll leave the whites, and we'll maybe even just get rid of some of the blacks because there's far too much black in this, which is taking away some of the detail. What's going to work really well here is the clarity slider. And we can put the clarity slider right up, and we'll see that it brings out a lot of the tones and the highlights, and it makes the image a lot more punchier, a lot more defined, nice and gritty, like that. Looks good. We'll leave the HSL toolbar for now, and we'll add some sharpening. Usually I'm quite happy with a lot of my images to settle around 60 or 70. We'll go for about 65. And we'll add some masking. So finger on the Alt key and dragging the masking slider up. Alt key is not working. Come on, Alt key. There you go. Oh, it's gone again. Just my computer's running a bit slow. By the way, apologies for my husky voice. I've had a cold over the past week and it's still lingering. Anyhow, the Alt key doesn't seem to want to work with this at the moment. We shall settle for about 30 with the masking, should be fine. Noise reduction. Now this is shot at 3200 at 4.5 at 160th of a second. So yes, there's going to be some noise in this, and there's nothing wrong with noise in an image. In fact, certainly with black and white images, noises can certainly add to the overall feeling and grittiness of the black and white. But we just want to tone down some of the noise just a little bit. So we can bring the noise reduction up to about there, should be fine. And then we'll click on Enable Profile. We'll click on Enable Profile Corrections, and we'll click on Remove Chromatic Aberration. Not that I think there is any in this, but I don't think it's going to do any harm. And then we shall add a simple vignette, just to really draw our eyes towards the performer. Looks good. There's just one thing which is slightly distracting, which ain't the big problem, although we can very, very easily get rid of it. And that's the fringing here from the stage. So I just want to select the gradient tool, the gradient filter, and we're just going to click and drag just past that area. And what I want to do is I want to darken that right down. So the first part of the gradient tool affects the image 100%, and then the latter part graduates the effects of the filter. So I'm just going to drop the exposure down just to try and get rid of that fringing, make it less obvious. Looks good about there. Okay, looking good. What else can we do? Highlights, maybe drop the highlights down slightly more, just a little hair, just a bit. Don't need to touch the shadows. The whites, I'm guessing that there's going to be whites coming right from this light. So finger on the Alt key, and then with the white slider, you can see where the whites are. Okay. Now with the blacks, I'm not sure, should we have less blacks? If you want less blacks, you're obviously going to drag the slider to the right. So taking the blacks out. It's okay. Bringing the blacks into it more will make it more grittier. And I like it with more black. I like it like that, looks good. And I like how the background is starting to almost glow around the performer. So that looks good. So yep, I'm very happy with that so far. Maybe even just, I don't like bringing this up 100% because it looks a bit HDR-ish sometimes. About there, should be fine. Now because obviously there's an awful lot of blues in this image, I'm just interested to see what the blue slider in the black and white bar will do. Because if I bring the blue slider right down, you can just see just how much the blue is affecting the image. So we just want a nice balance of tone. And I'm going to go for about 20, 21, 20. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Vignette, bring it out a little bit. Bring it in a little bit. About there looks good. So we'll have a quick look at the before and after. So use the backslash tool or the backslash key. So before, that's what we started with. As you can see, there's barely any detail going on. And it's very washed out with the blue and with the black and white, and the clarity really makes it a lot more punchier. Brings out a lot more detail and makes the image a lot more defined. So yep, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's it folks, pretty straightforward stuff. Hopefully it'll help you. And I said it's something which is very enjoyable, but still has its challenges. But then again, that's what photography is all about. So quickly before I go, guys, there's one little thing that I need to ask any of my music friends out there in Facebook land or social media land, and that is I need a jingle. So what I'm looking for is a 6 or 7 second jingle for my YouTube channel. So it can be hopefully instrumental. It could be just a riff on the guitar. You know, even if you want to add a quick vocal, that'll be great. And what I'll do in return, of course, for such a fantastic favor is whoever I choose to use the jingle from, I'll do a photo shoot of yourself as an artist or with the rest of your band. So have a think about it, guys. Send me an email, send me a message through Facebook or through YouTube, and send me just a 6 or 7 music audio file, and I'll pick the winner in the next couple of weeks and add it to my YouTube channel for the beginning of my videos. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Make sure you subscribe. There should be a subscribe button around somewhere. And thanks a lot, and I shall see you next time.